There's a movie called 24 that has nothing to do with Kiefer Sutherland, so I'm not going to be saying it.
Is it about that same premise?
Nope. It's about time travel, and it looks like it's a Bollywood, actually. It says Indian science fiction film. Science fiction action adventure.
Up in here.
That's a lot of genres. Science fiction action adventure.
Yeah.
And it has to do with time travel, and I don't care. It's got 93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh.
So maybe I do care. The Jungle Book, I don't know yet. Disney fanatics are like just so excited. 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. Holy shit. Oh,
Yep.
Scarlett Johansson is in it? Never mind, I'm gonna see it.
Anything with Scarlett Johansson, huh?
Oh shit. Bill Murray, Idris Elba, Ben Kingsley, Christopher Walken. Jesus, this thing is like star-studded.
Yeah. Well, because they're probably all the voices of all the characters.
Yeah. Bill Murray as Baloo does sound awesome.
Okay, that makes sense.
The Divergent series? The fuck? That sounds like a TV show, not a movie.
Isn't it?
That says it's a film. What? I'm confused.
No, because there was
Oh, it's a series of films. I'm confused. It's got 12% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay. Confused no longer.
Because I don't even care.
Exactly.
Then again, we are supposed to watch some bad movies. I don't know what to think about London Has Fallen, except for the fact it's got 25% on Rotten Tomatoes.
What is that one about?
London Falls. After
Really?
the death of the British Prime Minister, the world's most powerful leaders gather in London to pay their respects. Without warning, terrorists unleash a devastating attack that leaves the city in chaos and ruins. Secret Agent Mike does something that I don't really care about anymore.
It does something.
Batman v Superman. Huntsman. I actually liked the first one.
I didn't watch it. What is that? Snow White and the Huntsman?
That was the first one.
Yeah.
This one, Snow White's not involved. It's just the Huntsman and the Witch.
Oh, that's interesting.
17% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, that's interesting.
The first one, it was just it had really cool imagery. It was really pretty.
It did look really good. Like the whole interpretation of the mirror. I thought that was. I didn't watch the movie, but I saw that part.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
And I mean, I love the whole imagery of like the witch turning into birds and shit like that.
Oh, I didn't see that. I don't know if that was in the trailer.
Oh, that's a major fucking spoiler. No, I'm kidding. And it's just something.
Oh, that's what we gotta do. Like, we gotta talk about spoilers, man. Like when it just like it's okay to talk about. Well, I guess we can talk about that right now.
Ever.
Because you were saying 10 years, and I was like, I felt like that's way too long. Now, like my reasoning for, being able to spoil a movie pretty quickly is, I want to talk about movies, but I don't want to be limited by if it's a spoiler or not. Oh, the dude blocked it.
Then wouldn't you just say not to talk about it with people that haven't seen it?
Well, no. It's if you sit there and someone says, "Oh, I haven't seen it. I don't want to know spoilers," and you spoil it for them, no matter how much time's gone by, you're a douche.
Yeah.
So I think it should be common courtesy that it's like, if it's came out somewhat recently, or if you're talking directly to someone, to say, "Oh, do you care about spoilers?" And to respect, whether or not they say, "Oh yeah, I don't want to know the spoilers for that," or
right.
"Oh, I plan on watching that pretty soon." But if I was talking to you out in public about Breaking Bad right now, I would say that we should be able to just freely talk about it, and people who are around have no, it's not my responsibility to not talk about it in front of them. It's their responsibility. Like, they have to, if I don't want to hear it, I'm gonna have to walk away.
Yeah.
Because we can't sit here and wait forever for your particular spoiler, time frame to go away. Because I want to talk about stuff, but I can't sit there and go, "Oh, hey, I gotta be careful of spoilers."
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate on the game at the same time. If the movie just came out like a week ago, that's obviously don't talk about spoilers for that movie. Don't sit there and talk about it in public around other people. It's that's a more private issue. But I would say for a movie, maybe maybe a year. It depends on when it goes to like DVD or like the dollar.
It just
movie.
like for me, it's like sometimes I don't see a movie for 5 years until after it comes out.
Well, I understand that because that's how I got Fight Club spoiled for me. Even though it being spoiled, that movie was still pretty good. I think that's a good thing about a twist.
Weird. I somehow did not get that spoiled for me, and I saw that late, like really late.
Yeah, but I think it's like at that point, it's like I'm sorry, even if you didn't get if you never heard about the movie and it's really not your fault, it's like it's not our responsibility to sit there and try to like walk on eggshells whenever we talk about movies.
Yeah.
Because like I noticed when we were doing a review of a movie that I'm gonna put out pretty soon, you were like, "Oh, do you care about spoilers?" And it's just like, no, I don't care about. We're talking about a new movie, so talk about what you need to talk about in relation to, how this fared in a different movie, like how this aspect.
Oh yeah.
That's the main thing. It's just like, once that's up, that's up. I'm sorry if you didn't watch the movie, but that's your own fault. Which that's how it was with Fight Club. It's like, I've been wanting to watch this movie for a while, and then it got spoiled for me. And I was like, no, that's my own fault, because I was like, I'll just put that off for later. I'm gonna watch that later. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow, a lot of people left when I scored a goal because we're 5-2. I don't know. It depends on the movies too. Like, cause you were saying like a lesser known movie. It's like, okay, that makes sense not to spoil that because it doesn't really get as much exposure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's also the accessibility, not just movies too, because it's like a show that takes a lot of time to catch up. So the spoilers should be different on that.
Yeah.
Like if you haven't watched, let's say Breaking Bad just ended and you haven't watched any of it, I guess I would be able to spoil at that point like seasons 1 through 3. But I don't know, that one takes a while to get caught up. So I think maybe TV shows you should give a little bit more time. A movie should be, if it's in the dollar theater or on DVD, like somewhere where you can rent for cheap.
Yeah. Or Yar Har Har.
Yeah. I mean, because that's a major thing about movies is like, some people can't just sit there and afford to go and see every movie when it comes out.
Right.
So don't sit there and talk about those until they come to, the discount theaters and stuff like that. I don't know. We've been talking for 20 minutes.
I think also one of my major things is, I see where you're coming from with the whole, what you just want to talk about the movie. I think a lot of the things, or what I'll say the word spoilers or something, I'm talking about like when someone just like makes a meme, just puts a picture of it on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's no real reason for it other than you're being a dick.
Yeah. No, that is like what I was talking about earlier. If someone goes, I haven't spoiled that for me, and you go, well, this guy dies. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, see, I think in that way, the time frame is like, if someone posts a picture and it's the obvious ending to a movie that's 10 years old, I don't care. But if it's been like 5 years, I'm like, I haven't gotten a chance to see that movie yet, and it's just a random picture on the internet just spoiled it for me. But I don't know.
Well, I guess that's kind of different too, because you're purposely trying to say the ending of a movie. That's kind of in douchebag territory. But if I'm just having a discussion about movies in general, and it's like, I just love how they did it in this movie, and it's like, let's say we're talking about the ending.
But also mostly if, like, let's say that we're in our group chat, and you start talking about this movie, and I just know that, let's say Brandon hasn't seen it yet, I will say spoilers just because, like, I know Brandon hasn't seen it.
Yeah, and then again, that fault. I guess I should just make like a little list of rules.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be like hopefully become the comprehensive list. But I think it should be general courtesy to sit there and go, like, before you say the twist or whatever, have you seen the movie? No matter the time frame.
Right, yeah.
Because I guess I'm just talking about more in like a general forum kind of thing. Like if we're outside talking about Breaking Bad, and I'm sitting there telling you about the ending, like, I loved how they did this, and someone comes up to me like, I haven't seen that. That's spoilers. They have no right to do that.
Right, no, yeah.
Because it's like, it's hit that limit where I can just talk about it freely. And now it's up to my discretion to be polite.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody really does that, so that's kind of like a very conditional thing. But I guess that's more like something like that can happen on the internet.
Yeah.
I don't know. Memes in general aren't a good idea. You can kind of break down like comedy. You can break down comedy down to its basic essentials, and that's how memes can do like a good justice.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, it's just concentrated joke.
Yeah.
But they've gotten to a point where it's just like most of them are not funny. It's only funny because it keeps happening. Like, I know I'm guilty of that. Like, I keep sharing the same meme over and over again because the meme itself is funny, not the joke. If that makes sense. And it's like, I know that's the idea of memes and the whole what the word means too. I don't know.
It's funny because it's like, for me, a lot of times it's weird that like when it comes to memes or like puns, sometimes I may not find the actual part of it funny itself. What I find enjoyable is how much it pisses people off.
Yeah. That's a jerk move, but that's like a self-aware jerk move. So I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah.